and I know this is a tricky one. Sources and methods are difficult to explain and divulge. But I think the people of Pakistan really need to know this, considering that a man's life is at stake here. Again, as you discussed at the top of the program, the logic which is being drawn, which is clearly flawed, is that Imran Khan gave you this document directly or indirectly to create the stir that it did. Now, can you verify that this was through, again, how did your military source approach you? Perhaps a reconstruction of the events. Did you approach them? Did they approach you? What were the incentives? How did you make this decision? I think that this could really have legal implications in Pakistan as well. So I think it's really important to weigh in at this time about your sources and methods.
Well, all of this, though, assumes that the prosecution at this point cares about the facts of whether or not he was the source. And I don't know, do you think that they care? Like, they have not reached out to me and asked if I would testify in a hearing, or they haven't reached out to my colleague and asked if he would testify in a hearing. They haven't even reached out on background to ask for any kind of questions about sources or methods. You know, in general, we can't answer those questions, but maybe there's something that might be helpful. But if they wanted some information and cared about the reality of the situation and cared about the truth behind it, you would think that you would ask the people who've spoken publicly repeatedly about it. The fact that they have not done so, I think, is more confirmation of what is obvious to everybody, that they're not interested in the truth of the question. And so I'll say again that the source was not Khan, was not anybody around Khan, was not anybody in the civilian infrastructure. It was a source, from the Pakistani military side. And does that matter? Does it matter that I say this? Does it matter to the prosecution if their goal is to obtain a conviction? I think reasonable people looking at this can really question whether or not it's a kind of dispassionate investigation into the question.